Alrighty, Saturday's slate of NBL games will see Sydney travel to Wellington and take on the New Zealand Breakers, while Cairns will make the move from Tasmania to Melbourne to take on South East Melbourne Phoenix at John Cain Arena. Now, before we get into anything, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video and let us know what your tips are going to be for the rest of NBL Round 11. Now, start off with the Sydney versus New Zealand clash. Things are looking a little bit shaky in New Zealand, unfortunately. They were in the game, did everything they could against Melbourne on Thursday night, but an awful third quarter saw them eventually go down by 27 points to Melbourne United. So it was their third straight loss, their fourth loss in the past 5 games. And look, it comes down a lot to offense, really struggling to find their rhythm. I believe PJC was kept to just 2 assists in the game. Look, just shutting him down just breaks down the whole of the New Zealand offense, and they're coming up against Sydney, who are ranked 3rd in the NBL in opposition points against, with 83.3 per game. Now, it's going to be another tough task, unfortunately, for New Zealand. Sydney looked much better in the second half, at least, against Melbourne in round 10. Look, Cam Oliver has been going absolutely off in those 2 games last weekend, scoring over 20 points in both of them. It looks like he is finding confidence in Brian Goorjian's offense and has sparked something within himself, at least. Now, the offense of Sydney still needs a little bit of work, but their defense is going to seal them this match, and they will get up over the New Zealand Breakers on Saturday night. Look, the game total is set at 180, and with Sydney being such a dynamic defensive team and New Zealand really struggling to find open baskets, I see this game total actually staying under the 180.5 mark. When it comes to points for Cam Oliver, got to back him while he's hot and strike over 15 plus points in this game for sure. So they're your 3 tips for the Sydney versus New Zealand match. Then we move on to Melbourne, where South East Melbourne will take on Cairns Taipans. Look, they've fallen to their 10th straight consecutive loss. There were some real positives in their game against Tasmania. They did eventually go down 99-90. So first of all, good to see their offense actually starting to fire a little bit. Taron Armstrong had a career best with 29 points in that game, but they just couldn't find the right targets in the clutch moments, and they let Tasmania run away with it despite being in the game until the last 5 minutes. But look, that tough game on a Thursday and backing up on a Saturday night at John Cain Arena is going to be a very tough task for the Cairns Taipans, and I just don't see them competing with South East Melbourne, who are still trending upwards in my opinion. They had an amazing game against Illawarra, beating them 103-100 in round 10 with a superhuman performance from Owen Foxwell. Look, Josh King gives confidence in his plays, especially when they're hot, and you'll see him find the guys that are producing and playing well defensively, and he will keep them on the court. So expect that to happen again against Cairns, and the Cairns offense to really start to spark again against a Cairns defense that allows 81.18 points per game. So, no, they're scoring at 81.1 points per game. They're actually conceding 91.8 points per game. So, looking at the South East Melbourne total to go over 87.5 as their team total. And I think we'll see a lot from Geordie Hunter. The worst rebounding team when it comes to opposition rebounds is the Cairns Taipans. So expect Geordie Hunter to find a lot of free balls under the net offensively and especially defensively, with Cairns shooting at just 41.3% from the field, which is ranked 9th. So expect a big performance from Geordie Hunter with 8+ rebounds in this game. He's averaging 7.1, so it's not that much to just jump up that extra rebound against a team that allows a lot of rebounds. Expect them to also score over 87.5 points in this one, and they'll get the win and they'll cover the 6.5 points. Yeah, as the favourite. So they're your big tips for Saturday night's NBL round 11. Now just remember, gamble responsibly and happy punting.